All right, guys. So hopefully you are ready for something very different compared to the usual watches I show on the channel. I was trying to think back. I was wondering if I've ever had a more unique design in when it comes to a watch, and I think the answer to that is no. The watch is the Ettore by Atowak Watches. I'm wearing the watch here as we speak, and I can tell you right now, this is a watch that's not going to appeal to the masses. It's a very niche watch, but a really neat watch at the same time. Full disclosure, this watch was gifted to the channel for free for me to keep, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. Big thanks to Atowak for doing that. So let's switch things up and take a look at the watch. So I think the first thing we should talk about is the brand name. I initially thought it was kind of an odd name. It's actually, though, a Caesar cipher for the word unique when moved 6 letters. And this watch is certainly that. It is a very unique watch. The watch is Supercar Inspired, and the name of the watch, the Ettore, I believe is named after Bugatti founder Ettore Bugatti. Now, this isn't a watch I'd probably wear very often, but I really have fun getting in different watches like this, and it's been kind of cool to have something so outside the norm on wrist over the last few days. The watch tells time in a way that's really neat, but at the same time is surprisingly easy to read. They describe the time telling mechanism as a shielded four-arm wandering hour. The best way, I think, to show you guys how it works is by showing you a little promo video the company has put together, and you can see how underneath the shielded area of the watch, the arms are rotated. Simple but a cool effect. To tell the time, it's almost like reading a digital clock. So even though it's a bit of an odd way to display the time, it's very legible with the markers at every 5 minutes as well as the lower minute track. The dial has some added detail with those horizontal lines that give us some nice light play. Now, one of the coolest things about the watch is also possibly the biggest negative, and that is the lume. The lume looks awesome, but while the lume on the hands and the line on the left side of the case is pretty good, the markers fade a little too fast. This is a prototype, so I'm hoping that'll be beefed up on the production models. If they can manage to get those markers as bright as the rest of the lume, that will take this to the next level for sure. To set the time, we have a push-pull crown. Pull out the crown and advance the hour hands to your time. We'll set it here to 1:30. Easy enough to operate the crown, although it takes some getting used to having it on the opposite side. When I wind it, I end up finding myself flipping the watch over. The winding action is actually quite good. The movement running the watch is a modified Miyota 9015, which is visible through the display case back. So we've got approximately 40 hours of power reserve. It's a 27 joule movement beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's hacking and hand winding, but no running seconds, so hacking doesn't really matter, but can't go wrong with these 9000 series movements. The case is well finished. The polished area around the top here is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it is still a nice high polish, and the brush areas are nicely finished too. It's actually a two-piece case, and where the top and bottom meet right here, there's some brushwork that's not as fine. It looks good, but it's a little coarser of a finish. You can also see at each lug on the case back, just in the corner there, there is a screw as well as a screw on this outer portion. So there's a total of 5 screws holding the case together. Size on the watch is 47.4 millimeters in case width, but that number is deceiving. If it was a round watch, it would be massive, but it definitely doesn't wear like a typical 47 millimeter watch would. The case from top to bottom is 40.6 millimeters, and the lug to lug is only 46.9 millimeters. No denying it is a big watch, but it actually doesn't wear that bad at all. Thickness on the watch is 13.2 millimeters. The crystal is sapphire and the water resist is a little on the light side at only 30 meters. I have a feeling having the two-piece case construction plays a part in that. It's not a big deal, but you'll definitely want to be careful around water. The lug opening on the watch is 24 millimeters. Not ideal for us folks that mostly have 20 and 22 millimeter strap collections, but with the wider stance of the watch, it does help keep it seated properly on wrist. It's a good quality strap, although it would have been kind of cool if they could have matched the stitch work to the greenish accents on the watch. And here it is on my 7.25-inch wrist, and it actually wears pretty good. It's quite comfortable. So obviously this isn't going to appeal to everyone, but if you're looking for something different, it's a well put together watch, solid build, and even though it's not really my own personal style, it's been a lot of fun to wear. These, by the way, are coming out by way of a Kickstarter campaign starting the 13th of July, and there's going to be a few different color options. I'm filming this a little ways ahead of the campaign, and I'm waiting to hear back on the final pricing they're going with. I'll post it either in the description or in a pinned comment below, so thanks again to Atowak for sending out the watch. Any questions, reach out anytime. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.